Monday, February 22nd, 2020. What? Of course it is 2021. Currently 6 minutes past the 9 o'clock hour on my clock, your clock, maybe your mobile device. Certainly my mobile device, maybe on your VCR, perhaps on your stove, maybe over on your micro oven, which some people commonly refer to as a microwave. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the beginning of the week. I am James. You are you. We are here to kick things off in a very conversational, while comedic, but casual setting. Because I've been thinking to myself, James, what the F are you doing with this show? Should you be differentiating Monday to Wednesday to Friday? Should Friday be the party night, the night in which people put on their best shirt and trousers? Perhaps some folks decide they want to wear some lipstick or maybe some mascara. Maybe they're looking to find a potential lover in the chat. Now, that wouldn't happen on a Monday. Monday might be one of the least sexy days of the week. Now, I know there's some people out there like Dimitri or something like that, one of these sex-crazed people who thinks, you know what, James, you don't have to categorize this day as sexy or that day as sexy. I'm going to. No one's getting sexy on a Monday. Think about it. You're getting up, you're getting back to work if you're someone who still maintains a profession during these difficult and uncertain times. And the last thing on your mind when you're getting up to go to work or when you're unwinding from work on a Monday, knowing that you've got 4 more days to go, the last thing on your mind is getting jiggy with it. So what do? We take it easy. We're going to ease ourselves into the show. I said this earlier. I'm going to ease myself into this show as I would ease myself into a hot tub. You don't just jump in to a hot tub. That's quite a stark contrast from being dry to being wet. You go from dry with your body temperature to wet and scalded. You want to ease yourself in. And that's what we're going to do tonight. Me alongside all of our guests, but not just me and the guests, you, the audience. That's right. I engage from the camera to the chat, from the camera to the chat. Because you're part of this. You are part of the festivities tonight because today is Mailbag Monday on Instagram, show account. Heck, I even put it on the personal account. I asked each and every one of you who happens to be connected on the Instagram app, send in your questions. Send them in for me. Send them in for this guest. Send them in for that guest. You could send them in for guests that ain't even here tonight. You're not going to get the answer, but you can send them in. Maybe I'll ask them at a later date. And I just want to say that we have received a lot of very nice questions. Now, if you're sitting there and you're saying, James, I didn't notice it on Instagram. I didn't have a second to open up Instagram because I was having an unsexy day at the office. Don't worry about it, because I promise, Scouts honor, as someone who has never been affiliated to Scouts, but I recognize the importance of that creed and that motto, that if you ask any questions, I will do everything to the best of my abilities to engage with the chat and make sure that the question that you send here, whether it be for me or any of our guests, is communicated appropriately. That's what's happening tonight. But you might be sitting, James, who's on the show tonight? I didn't check out Instagram. I don't know who's on the show. Who's on the show tonight? I'll tell you who's on the show. Take it easy. Pop a chill pill. Sit in a hot tub if you need to. On the show tonight, much later on, in the Dave spot, is Dave Kaufman. Get back to where you once belonged, Dave, in the Dave spot. Also here tonight, Thomas Barnwell. We're putting him right in the middle. If this was a sandwich, that bottom piece of bread, we got Dave. And then we're going to take a squirt of James. And I don't care if you don't like the way that sounds. You're going to take a big old, you're going to squeeze some James on that bread. I want you to imagine that I am being rubbed all over Dave. And I'm sure there's some perverts out there that have thought about it. I know there's people out there writing at-home fan fiction. Guess what? Come on in, write some more, send it in, we'll read it. You got Dave on the bottom as the bread, a squirt of James. I'm going to put Thomas Barnwell right on top of me. And then I'm going to put a little bit more of myself onto him. So we got Dave, James, Thomas, James. What goes on top? Well, someone who's been on a real vacation, someone who's been taking it easy, someone who's been having some me time, or should I say they time, or should I say you time, someone who's been relaxing. Carla Mah will be here in just a matter of moments. First time in a long time. She will be completing this sandwich. Carla, James, Thomas, James, Dave. That's what I call a show. That is what's happening tonight. So why waste any more time? Let's get into it. I've eaten a lot of rigatoni tonight. And I may bring it up multiple times because right now I got something brewing and it ain't good. So let's cut right to the chase. Let's bring our first guest in this evening, a true pillar, a pioneer, a builder, the foundation of this show. Here she comes. It's Carla Mah. Now, I saw that transition coming in on the screen. I got Dave in the booth tonight. He's thinking, is this guy going to say the name or is he not going to say the name? There's only one name to say. Carla, welcome back.
Hi, I'm part of the sandwich.
You are atop the sandwich.
I'm atop the sandwich, but I'm also the foundation of the show. What is it?
Why can't you be everything? You, Carla, how about this? You are a person of many flavors and uses.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What kind of flavors? I want to know.
Well, if this was I believe you were the top slice of bread, so your flavor is bread. It's okay. Mine is some type of sauce or condiment. If I was a condiment.
Well, you're yellow mustard.
And that's what I was going to say, Carla. And that's why I think you and I work so well together.
But I don't want to be bread. Well, I'm better than bread.
I didn't want to be mustard, but here we are. If I had my choice, I would have been a delicious sweet ice cream because I think I'm cold, but enjoyable.
I don't want to describe you as cold.
Well, that's very kind of you. How would you describe me, Carla, outside of mustard?
I feel like you would be like a corn dog.
A corn dog. Like so,
it's gonna have the exterior crust, of course.
Yeah, a little crusty on the outside. Okay, and how do you explain the the wiener part of it?
Oh, you're a total hot dog. Did you not see Stephanie's art?
That's true, yeah. And people have accused me of being a bit of a hot dogger in life.
I mean, yeah, you were just explaining how you loved like just soaking in a hot tub. You're basically a boiling little wiener.
Yeah, I am a boiling little wiener. Can I tell you something, Carla? Because I promised that I'm going to engage with the chat tonight. Can I tell you a comment that has come in fairly recently from username My Doink Fell Off? Are you ready for this comment from My Doink Fell Off? Check this one out. Lil Cutie is looking particularly cute today.
Aww. That's nice.
That is
wow, go chat. That's a really nice thing to say.
Well, Carla, tonight is Mailbag Monday, the first of its kind. How does it feel to be back? Because I can tell you how it feels for me. I love it.
I love it. Actually, really. Oh, I'm so happy and like I'm so excited and like just like hearing you guys talk before the show and just like hearing the song come on. I don't know. I'm really happy. Yeah.
Memories.
Yeah, memories.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that tech boner when Dave played the old song Memories.
Yeah.
Now that hit me in a way. That hit hard.
Well, to me, the only memories it gave me were memories of Dimitri, who's the king of the tech blooper blunder and boner.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the king of tech. I mean, he's really like, well, the tech booth, like he's a little, he's really went from one end to the other.
Yeah. Now, as someone who knows the world of the tech booth, how would you give Dimitri in terms of his skills on a scale of 1 to 10 Jameses? 1 James being
11.
Not impressive, 10.
11 out of 10. Sorry,
You've given him 11 Jameses out of 10.
Yeah, Dimitri is so awesome, amazing. He texts for the show that I do on my channel.
Tell us about it, please.
It's a charity stream / comedy show where I bring on 10 different people, either
Mhm.
10 comedians or 10 comedians and streamers. I might have 10 streamers one time. But basically, it's a regular game of Among Us. But no, it's not. There's a
Mhm.
twist. Dimitri does an excellent job. He plays the game master
Yeah,
that you've
which I
seen
want to
on the
say,
show. Yeah. Yeah.
I think there's some things that have
Yeah.
happened on the show that are now navigating out of the show,
Yeah. They have a
whether
whole
it's
new life.
Dimitri or this Dale Bernier guy. He became Chet Rankin.
Oh, yeah.
This has opened up a whole new world for this guy. Now there's the game master.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's gonna leave me in the dust. I'm gonna be sitting in the toilet.
What do you mean?
Let's not get into it. Carla,
Okay.
you talked about you're excited to be back. On any
Yeah.
level, do you miss teching the show?
Yeah, I do.
Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm shocked by that answer.
Oh.
I'm absolutely shocked. I would have never imagined someone vacating that job and thinking, oh, I really miss getting the links late from James, or I really miss getting this
No,
tech request late from James, or I really miss
James.
working for
No, I
James.
mean, no, I do miss it.
Okay, well,
But
this
I
is
mean, like, we won't get into it. You know, a lot of life stuff. So.
here's the thing. We had the night of truths on
Mhm.
Friday. I think
Oh,
that
really?
more truths need to be exposed. Now, tonight's Mailbag Monday.
I don't
Tonight
know
is
about that.
hold on.
Uh-huh.
This is I would like to think of myself as the prince of the segue. Because if I'm the king, I have nothing to work towards. This segues perfectly to something that came up on Friday's show. It's the first question that I received. And Carla, the first question of Mailbag Monday is for you.
Oh, really?
It's
Oh.
true.
Oh,
So
wow. Okay.
this one comes in. This was on Instagram at Wonderwall fan. So we got a big Oasis head. Hello, Carla. I need to get your opinion on something that came up on Friday's episode of The James Show. That's not the name of the show. Anyways, the question is, does James post thirst traps? Yes, no, or even maybe? From
No,
Wonderwall fan.
Wonderwall fan. Hi. To answer your question about Friday's show, absolutely yes. James does post thirst traps. He shakes his head no, but did you not notice the way that he was blushing when everybody kept talking about thirst traps?
I don't.
It's all on the feed. Thirst trap. Like, did it not? Did guest from Friday, Nikki Fournier, who thought she was banned from the show, but
Yeah.
isn't banned from the show? Did she not clarify which of the pictures are actual thirst traps?
Well, I don't believe that she did. I believe that Dimitri did. But
Oh.
also, if we're going to be clear here, she also thought that she was banned and she was incorrect about that. So it's fair to say that she might be incorrect about me being some thirst trap junkie.
I wouldn't call you a thirst trap junkie.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm. But you do love. Sorry. I'm fine. I mean, you can say all that you want, James, but the evidence is there.
Okay, well, I guess evidence is defined by whomever's looking at that evidence at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It might be something incriminating or not.
It's like, ooh, I fell in the snow.
I
show my little butt.
I have never taken a picture where I've fallen in the snow to show my little butt.
It's on the feed, everybody. Go look. Oh, you can't see because he has a private
hold
account.
on. Yeah. I implore you. You find me on Instagram at It's James McGee. I assure you, there is no picture of me laying in the snow showing my little butt.
But there is a picture of you sitting on the steps, like legs extended, like.
Yeah, but see that one. At least you're being accurate about that. I'm also holding a donut. I'm holding a donut.
Yeah, donut.
Yeah, one of the sexiest foods.
Yeah, look at it.
Whoa. Okay. Well, now that I've been admonished, let's move on to our next question. This one,
Okay.
it is from a person who has given us their name. Doug Dennehy writes in,
Doug Dennehy.
"Hey, Carla, big
Mhm.
fan. I
Oh.
want to start by saying how much I love watching you yell at James.
Oh, me too.
I know you've played characters on the show in the past, but I'm curious to know about your comedic background. How did it all start?"
It's too long of a story. I don't want to get into it.
Carla,
There's no short version. There's only a long version.
okay, well,
Truly.
okay, so I'm going to take over the reins of this question. We're going to get into it in little pieces. Carla, what inspired you to begin pursuing comedy?
Mm. No, that's too long of a story.
Okay,
It's
so
all
let's
I don't want to answer that right now. That's like no, I don't.
well, okay,
I'd
so
like to, but I mean, it's just not for this show. It's too. Ugh.
okay, well, Doug Dennehy, I apologize. You're not getting your question answered.
You have to wait
How
for the
about how
MTV
about
special,
well,
okay?
how about we try to uncover some of this? Carla, are you excited for live comedy to come back down the line?
Absolutely.
Okay,
That'd be
great.
a wonderful thing.
Is there anything that you've imagined during this time of vacation that you'd like to try when comedy comes back?
I'll think about it when I get there. I'm just,
Okay.
focusing on the present moment
Yeah.
because I
Well,
can't. Yeah.
the way that you are being evasive right now
Mhm.
makes me think that you've got something in the works.
No, well, not yeah, I do have stuff. I'm working on stuff constantly all the time. I actually just started
Okay.
a new
Well,
project with Raquel.
great. Well, I at the same time, I want to try to validate Mr. Doug Dennehy here a little bit. So
Uh-huh.
we're gonna very simple. How long have you been doing comedy?
I'm going on 8 years, I think.
8 years. Can you tell us what types of comedy you enjoy performing?
Improv, sketch, and stand up.
Okay. What are some of the things you discuss in your stand-up routine?
It's
Are you talking about like aren't dogs great?
no, nothing like
Okay,
that.
okay.
It's
You're doing
different. I always thought, oh wow, like it took me forever. I always wanted to do stand up. It took me forever to take the plunge to do stand
mm,
up, and then I finally did it after taking a workshop with Katie Ellen Humphreys, who is an amazing stand up and community member, and yeah, and then I did my first show, and then I just got hooked. But then, we're in the position we are now. So, but
okay.
I always thought it was really funny because I was always worried that I do like by accident, like a character of what I think a stand
Mm,
up would be. But I figured it out. I figured out my version of my flavor of stand up, and
okay.
I love doing it so much.
That's great. Now, do you have any jokes for us?
It doesn't work like that, James. You know that. Come on,
Come
dude.
on,
Don't be that guy.
Carla, I think that people would really appreciate some type of observational dog joke.
Just you.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that right now.
All right. So maybe we'll get somebody else to do a dog joke later on. Because I know I'd like to think that I've got my finger on the pulse of where comedy is, where comedy was, but
Mhm.
also where comedy is going. I'm telling you, there's dog
Mhm.
jokes are going to be huge.
Okay.
I think dog
Good for
jokes are going to
you.
be huge. Yeah, I think dog jokes are in. So,
Well, there is kind of a dog joke, but not
hmm,
really.
so I was right.
Actually, well, it actually is a whole, but you have to hear the whole set to like
Well,
really
we've got plenty of
like.
time.
No, I mean, no, but no, 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 you don't have time.
You know where this would be perfect?
What? Where? Huh? I'm supposed to get the tapes for that, by the way. That set. Ooh. Yeah, I
Hmm.
can't wait to get it, but it's buried somewhere on somebody's hard
Well,
drive. That's the only set that I have recorded on film, but I have all the audio.
here's the thing right now is that we've sort of, and when I say we, I mean you've
Mhm.
answered Doug Dennehy's question
What was it?
about how you got into comedy. We didn't. It
No.
was kind of a hold on now. Let's be fair to Mr. Dennehy. It was a
No.
roundabout way, but we learned
You
that
have to be
you
fair to Denny.
hold on. Let's be fair to Mr. Doug Dennehy. We learned that you do sketch,
Okay.
improv,
Yeah.
stand up
Yeah.
for a
Also
number of
act.
years.
I also
You
act.
act. You're a streamer, And you've
Yeah,
got a
produce.
variety of dog jokes.
No, I don't have a variety of dog jokes. It's just kind of woven. It's not a direct dog joke, anyhow.
Yeah.
It has to do with ESL. It's just a whole thing, anyhow.
This, I'm going to tell you, this is a real teaser for an upcoming stand-up routine that people hopefully will be able to see you perform at some point down the line.
Get out to those rooms and do my work.
Yeah, we got to bring you down to Montreal for JFL.
No, yeah, I'd fucking do that. That'd be fucking sweet.
Not the one you're thinking of. I'm going to launch James for Laughs.
Oh, I know. I know this.
James for Laughs is a new festival.
But I like JFL, I mean, it's not.
Now, which JFL do you mean?
Just for Laughs.
Oh, well, I'm talking about James for Laughs.
I know.
Yeah. Do you want to hear the theme song to the festival?
Sure.
Da 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 da.
It's terrible.
Well, here's the thing. You can't.
Oh God, that was so bad.
You can't take someone's song, but you gotta, Carla, do you want to try singing it?
I don't want to put those notes in my mouth.
Just da 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 da.
It just feels wrong in my soul.
Yeah. And then at the end, there's that voiceover clip where Victor goes, "Oh, mommy, it's over." Mm-hmm. At the end of this song for James for Laughs, it goes, "Oh, daddy, it's finished."
I love that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's coming up in a few months. Yeah. So Carla, look, I have a question for you because this is a casual Monday. I want to run something by you.
It's casual?
Yeah, we're taking it easy tonight.
I don't think it's casual.
Well, okay. Well, I feel casual.
No, I mean, like, look at all the people that are watching.
Look, we've got a great audience right now. Unbeknownst to me, Carla, this is why you're such an integral part of this show. If you're just tuning in, I'm James. I'm here with Carla Mah. It's Mailbag Monday. We're taking questions. If you have any, send them my way. I just announced JFL, James for Laughs, coming in a number of months. Carla's going to be here doing all of her dog jokes. Now, Carla, I want to ask you, would you like to stick around for the rest of the show?
Would I? Yeah, I would.
Awesome. So, Carla, you're going to stick around. We are going to welcome our next guest, another performer. I met this fine fellow in the world of improv comedy, which Carla, she's always doing dog scenes and all this other stuff, premise work, game, short form, everything. Let's welcome our next guest. He is the one and only Thomas Barnwell. Thomas, welcome back, buddy.
James, corn dog, how are you?
Corn dog, live and in color. Now, Carla, would you like to designate a food to Tom? If I'm a corn dog, what's Thomas?
I gotta think on it.
Think on it. We'll get it. Okay. We'll get to it at the end of the segment. Now, Thomas, I talked about the sandwich earlier. How do you feel being right in the middle? You're basically sandwiched in between a splash of me and a splash of me.
At the time, at the same time, I'm flattered and disgusted. So
I think that's a reasonable reaction.
Yeah. But, I'm surprised nobody brought up that Carla's last name spelled backward is Ham.
My dad always brings that up. My dad loves that fact.
So Carla,
you could be the ham in our sandwich.
Yeah, you might be the ham. You're not. You're a.
To be the ham.
No, but here's the thing. You're a ham flavored bread.
Oh.
Yum yum yum.
Being test
I know
marketed.
what Thomas is.
Yeah.
He's
you know?
One thing. Yeah. You know what he is?
Please.
He's a turkey dinner.
Ooh.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, Thomas. You are, I would say, on this show, infamous, dare I say, notorious for eating turkey dinners.
Yep. I had two today.
You had two today. You look very, very, you look very sufficiently sophoncified after those meals. I believe while you love turkey dinners, I think at some point last year you had enough because you drove into my neighborhood to give me some of the leftovers. I believe that you were at your wit's end.
And not only that, there was a trail of turkey between Montreal West and St. Henry. I was just
Okay,
throwing
so
it
it
out
all
there.
the way across the city.
Yeah. So,
Well, Thomas, we touched on this earlier in our pre-show chat. You are currently beardless, which is, I believe I met you beardless. You grew the beard.
all right.
I quite like the beard.
Really?
You said
Wow.
I was now, I'll be very clear with everyone. This is, you're getting behind the scenes look. As you guys were talking, I was in my bathroom urinating, and you said that it was a mistake. And when you said that, I knew exactly, or at least I feel confident in saying I knew exactly what you meant by mistake. Now, would you like to take us through why you no longer have a beard?
Well, the ultimate reason is I shaved it, but
Mhm.
the reason I grew it was a mutual friend had asked me to do a bit part in a movie,
Mhm.
a short film, and so I was supposed to look like a homeless man. So he said, "Grow the beard." So I grew the beard, and like a couple of days before they were supposed to start doing the film, I got cut. So,
Okay.
but then I figured I'd spent 3 months, three
Mhm.
very difficult months growing this beard, so I kept it.
Yeah. And for quite a while, you've had the
I
beard
kept
for
it
quite
for
a
a
while.
year, a little bit
Yeah.
over a year. So
Now, when you say mistake, now again, I might be wrong. I had imagined as I was urinating that you had accidentally cut off much more than you intended, leaving it maybe lopsided to the point where you have to then get rid of the whole thing. Was I incorrect?
so you thought it was like the classic sideburn problem where you're trying to even them off,
And
or
then before you know it, they're gone.
yeah, no, it wasn't.
Right?
I just I just decided that was enough, and
Yeah.
mm. See,
Okay. Now,
but the thing is, I can't grow a good beard like you've got. So
now I would say don't put yourself down there. I quite liked your beard, but I want to ask, do you have any feelings about maybe growing just the sideburns, just a mustache, maybe the pinch, a goatee?
well, I think after a certain age, you got to let go of the cool, So I don't
Yeah.
think I can carry the beard. So
Well, we're gonna miss you in the alliance.
Oh
yeah,
my god.
well, if
Yeah.
I don't want to shut that door completely.
Yeah. Well, I now this I want to quickly jump over to you, Carla.
Mm?
As we were talking, I think that it would be a pretty sharp look if one day you came on the show with maybe a fake mustache.
I've done it already.
If it was drawn on though, I'd like to see something a little fuzzy.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna write this down. Mustache night. That's a pretty good idea.
Okay.
Mustache night on the show?
I had a
Okay.
mustache for many, many years.
Okay, I'd like to see a photo of this for the next time you come on,
Okay.
which will be mustache night. We're going to
Okay.
go through everyone's mustaches, both regrettable and missed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, Thomas, it's a Mailbag Monday, so I have some questions. Carla, of course, if you have any desire, jump in on this.
Okay.
Thomas's first question, it goes to you. It comes in from Patricia Blotzer. Hi, Thomas. Music happens to come up on the James at Home show. It's not the name of the show, fairly often, especially James's obsession with, quote, dad rock. I take umbrage to that. I was curious to know if you had any favorite artists or bands that would fall under the category of dad rock. Thomas, what do you think about this question? I'm a little offended by it, but it's not my question.
Yeah. Okay. Bands that I like that are dad rock.
Now, this is the thing. I've been accused of this whole dad rock thing to the point that I needed to do some research once I saw this question. And I thought, a lot of this is kind of off base and seems a little arbitrary.
Yeah.
So, if you would like, I can list off some of these supposed dad rock artists or bands.
Well, I think I could probably guess a few that are on.
Okay, please.
I'm guessing Fleetwood Mac is on there.
Okay, well, we're going to go through this. So we got Fleetwood Mac. What else?
Steely Dan.
Steely Dan is the first artist on this list.
Dire Straits.
Dire Straits. Okay, I'm skimming through. Continue.
Actually, Wilco, I believe, is considered a dad
Wilco
rock.
is, in fact, on the list.
I would
Yeah.
say so because I don't know why that is.
Also, I can confirm to you that Dire Straits is also on the list.
Yeah. Sting is probably there. The
I haven't seen.
Police.
I have just passed by the Police. Correct.
Geez.
Fleetwood Mac. I'm confirming right now.
This just in.
Yeah, Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, we're getting breaking news. We're sad to report that Fleetwood Mac is in fact dad rock. Some of the other artists include CCR.
Okay.
We've got the Steve Miller Band, Neil Young, Leonard Skinner, Bruce Springsteen, the Doobie Brothers.
Okay.
Now, here's one band that would have popped into my mind immediately, the Eagles.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The Eagles is there. Van Morrison.
Really?
America.
Okay.
America, yeah.
For some reason, Pearl Jam is on this list.
Wow. You know what? I think the list basically, dad rock is like whatever was popular 20 years ago or more.
Sure.
So.
Okay, so would you say you have an affinity to any of those artists? Because I do. So I guess I have to confirm that it's true based on the definition of this whole dad rock thing.
Okay. Well, I like Wilco. I've seen them
Yeah.
a few times. And I'm surprised Neil Young is on there.
That one felt like a bit of an unusual pick.
Yeah. But Dire Straits, I'm not a fan. Steely Dan, not really.
I know. I was going to ask you about Steely Dan. Carla, when I say Steely Dan, what's the first word that comes to mind?
Doesn't register.
It doesn't register. Okay, so Dave's in the booth right now. You're just going to give me, Dave, Steely Dan, what word comes to mind?
Jazz rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you can tell me and I'll repeat it. Dildo. Okay, so Steely Dan is inspires dildo. So Thomas, wait, hold on, Dave. We're gonna bring you in and circle back to that in about, let's say, 10 minutes. Now, Thomas, you're not a Steely Dan guy.
I do not own a dildo. No.
Okay, so you neither own a dildo, not a fan of the band.
Not a fan of the band.
You're anti Steely Dan on two different levels.
Even more so after learning that fact.
Okay, now is there any Steely Dan songs you like?
Well, I mean, they're all good. I mean, they're inoffensive. I mean,
yeah, you're there are songs that could pop up on the radio while you're driving down the road, and you'd be like, I'll keep listening to this.
Right.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's really going to make you reach across. And
yeah, that I agree with that. I say that as someone who also doesn't drive. Now, are there any other bands that you'd like to add to this list? Because you systematically checked off all of the bands you listed were on this list. Any that you'd like to add to the list?
Wow. I'm sure like Pink Floyd is there, or
sure.
Genesis,
Now, are you a Genesis fan?
Yeah, I mean, I like them. I've seen them.
Sure.
But, do I break out the Genesis CDs? No, I don't.
Okay. Carla, now, if I were to ask you Genesis, are you more of a Phil Collins fan or Peter Gabriel?
Oh, Phil Collins is definitely on.
Okay.
Sega Genesis?
Okay, so when it comes to, so we can add a third tier to this. Do you like Phil Collins, Peter Gabriel, or Sega Genesis?
Sega Genesis.
Okay, pretty good. We're going to move on, Thomas. We have another question here.
Okay.
Now, this one came in from Dave.
Wow.
This one came in from Dave. It goes as follows. If you were 20, present day, what type of person do you think you'd be? And would current Thomas like that person? Don't BS me. Now, I can tell you that I'm not sure I could come up with 20-year-old current James. That feels difficult for me.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't like him.
Can you tell me? I want you to think about why. Carla, same question for you. 20-year-old Carla, current day. What does current Carla think of 20-year-old Carla if 20-year-old Carla was current day Carla? So keep thinking about that. Let's go back.
No.
let's go back over to Thomas. Take me through what you think. What would 20-year-old Thomas be like now in 2021?
I can see him, actually just be like what I am now. It's kind of slouching around, poor posture, kind of a smart ass,
Yeah.
Uh,
I think you've also described me in that statement. You may have
no,
just described.
you have very good posture.
I'm going to tell you something. I had to correct it along the way. I saw footage of myself once in my late teens walking around, and I thought, this looks like some type of mythological woodland creature. Like there was a Bigfoot, but a like a more unpopular one.
Okay, well, the world is grateful that you've corrected your posture.
Well, I appreciate that. Carla, let's go back to you. Current
Okay.
Carla talking to 20-year-old Carla, if that was current Carla.
Like a 20-year-old Carla in this present time.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I just had to make sure.
Mhm.
I think that younger, past 20-year-old Carla would think that current day 20-year-old Carla would be too attached to their device and be really annoyed about that. And the current day Carla and 20-year-old Carla or past would be annoyed with past 20-year-old Carla because she didn't have a cell phone.
Okay. Now, Thomas, what do you think? Let's say 20-year-old Thomas owns a cell phone. What do you think happens there?
Oh, he becomes more antisocial and, obsessed just looking at his phone all the time.
Okay. Now, here's another follow-up. Does 20-year-old Thomas grow a beard?
Yeah, he might do that. 20, I first grew a mustache when I was like 25 or something. So
Okay. So once again, I'm gonna really need to see this picture.
I'm
gonna bring my mustache photos. Everyone brings the mustache photo.
Okay, very
This
good.
is a great episode. I've got so many ideas for future episodes, including, of course, the James for Laughs Festival. Now, Thomas, please.
I was going to say, if we're talking about hair, I don't know if I've got the photo, but I used to have sort of an afro too. It's
Now, yeah, I would love to see this as well. This whole
Me
episode is going to
too.
be Thomas. This is your life.
I look like latter day Phil Spector.
Well,
Not quite that wild, but
yeah. Well, yeah. God rest his soul.
yes.
We wouldn't want to offend any Phil Spector fans out there.
That part of the dad rock list? I don't
Phil
know
Spector?
I don't know who that is.
Wow.
Well,
I'm sorry, Thomas. I'm sorry.
He will. I would say there are two ways you can describe Phil Spector. One is very successful musical producer, and the second is murderer. Yeah,
He's a murderer.
He's a murderer. Well, he is a. Well, he was a murderer. He's a. Yeah, Carla. So, Carla, if you'd like to say anything nice about Phil Spector,
now's the time. Or Robert Blake.
Oh yeah, Robert. Yeah, Robert Blake was one of the Little Rascals.
Right. Exactly.
And then he became a big rascal and subsequently a murderer.
Was it Alfalfa?
No, I do not believe Robert Blake was Alfalfa. I'd love to see if we could get all of the original Little Rascals who are still with us to reprise their role as the Little Rascals. Like where would they have
prison?
Yeah, some of them would be in. Well, there was apparently a Little Rascals curse.
Yeah. Yeah.
But some who would fall onto hard times, accidents, I think young deaths, and of course, by way of Robert Blake, murderer.
There you go.
Well, Carla, do you have any nice words for either Robert Blake or Phil Spector? No. Look, I love the Phil Spector Christmas album.
Yep.
That's a great album.
I've got it. Yeah.
You've got it. Okay, great. So now we know we're gonna do a listening party in the month of, let's say, November. Let's write that down now. Another show idea.
You're still going to be doing the show in November?
I don't think there is any scenario in which this show. I'm gonna put a $5 right now. This show is still happening in some capacity in November. You
I'll
seem
put in $100.
$100. Great. So you're flabbergasted, Thomas. You're like,
No,
this,
I think that's great news because
yeah.
I admire you so much for keeping it going.
Well, that's very nice of you to say. But at the same time, too, I wouldn't be able to do this without the help of Thomas. You jump on. Carla's been a great help. Let's not make this mushy, right? How do you go from talking about Phil Spector to that?
Yeah.
He had great hair, though.
Oh, they were all wigs, but
yeah. Well, yeah. Despite that,
collection.
unquestionable. So, Carla, I want to know not only if you want to continue sticking around, Thomas, you want to stick around too. Let's turn this into a little panel.
Absolutely.
All right.
Great. We're going to welcome our next guest, another foundational core member of this team. He's currently working the booth. You heard him moments ago referring to sex devices. Let's welcome Dave Kaufman to the party. Dave, welcome. Now, I certainly can hear you. We can give it a moment in the chat. So if you're watching, if you can hear Dave, let us know.
Maybe they're just ignoring you.
It could be that, right? Well, we're going to wait for a moment to see if people can hear you. While we are waiting, and we're confirming right now that we can't hear Dave. Okay, so if you're watching right now, we can't hear Dave. Dave's trying to figure it out. When you can hear Dave, when you hear him, you let us know. You let me know. I let him know. If you can't hear him,
I can hear
me.
Yeah, I can hear
me.
Well, it sounds like Carla can hear you, and I'm assuming that Carla's got Twitch open.
Hear me.
Well, it's interesting that you're using this. You're using this speech pattern like a robot when it could have just been, "Hey guys, can you hear me?" You've gone with, "Can you hear me?"
James, I'm doing tech right now. Okay, so I've got very technical ways of accomplishing things.
I thank you for that.
It actually helps me listen to him say it slower because I can listen to it while you're talking to me live, and then it delays and tunes in. So actually, Dave knows what he's doing, James.
It's okay, Carla. James doesn't understand the technical aspects of the show, so sometimes you got to.
He's the talent. He doesn't have to.
Thank you. Yeah, there we go, Thomas.
He's
Thank
just
you
here
for that.
to be the little cutie. Yeah, we're the brains.
The pretty face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just the pretty face. So we're confirming that we can hear Dave. Dave, welcome. This is a very,
My audio's really low, apparently.
Yeah,
you know what?
I'm
just going to do this. It's on max, so I'm just going to talk into it like this.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Cool. So, folks,
can you hear me now?
I want to let everyone know Dave's been going through audio problems recently, and it's not his fault. We're doing
microphone.
What we can. It's a microphone that I bought him for Christmas.
Wow.
Sid,
alongside
can you hear me
his
now?
wife. If this is the next 20 minutes, we might just let's just go on.
All right.
Let's just go on. So, Dave, it's a Mailbag Monday. We've got a series of questions. We've got Carla here. We've got Thomas here. You brought up sex devices before. I was not aware that you're telling me Steely Dan is a sex toy?
Now, this is a rumor that I've heard, but I hear they named the band Steely Dan because Steely Dan was the name of a dildo.
Okay, so if you're watching right now, do some research and let us know. Dave, there's some questions for you on tonight's broadcast.
Okay.
Okay, so
do you believe me though?
I believe that you saw that information, yes.
Okay.
Do I believe that it's a sex device?
Yeah.
I'm undecided.
Okay, fair enough.
Thomas, any thoughts on this?
On the sex device?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no, it's true.
Okay, confirmed by Carla.
Working with ABC producer Gary Katz, they secretly assembled Steely Dan, in parentheses, named after a prosthetic phallus in William S. Burroughs' novel Naked Lunch.
Oh.
Okay, so Dave, Tom, I mean, I don't want to speak for you, Thomas, but I believe you, Dave.
Thank you. I wouldn't just be crass for no reason.
All right, well, let's have our first question for you, Dave. This one comes by way of email from snowblower@gmail.com.
Oh.
It reads as follows: Yo, Dave.
Yo.
I don't want to make any assumptions, but I would wager to say you are a true, no-nonsense, straight-shooting burger bee. He's written the word B-I-T-C-H. The reason I bring this up is because Wendy's has announced the launch of their new Korean barbecue burger. Will you be ba-da-ba-ba-ba loving it, or is it going to be a no for you, dog?
Well, firstly, I'd like to acknowledge that that's the theme song to McDonald's. I don't know if it's a theme song, but it's a theme.
A jingle.
A jingle. Yeah.
I believe Phil Spector wrote it.
Phil Spector wrote. Actually, I think it was JT and Phil Spector.
Oh yeah, the collaboration
that everyone
people
was
don't
asking
talk
for.
about.
But no, I will not be trying the Korean burger from Wendy's.
Korean barbecue burger.
That's right. I would try a Korean barbecue burger, but just I would never try it from Wendy's because I love Wendy's, but I just feel like there's no way they can master that. There's just it's too ambitious of a burger.
Okay, fair enough. Carla, Thomas, do either of you have plans to try Wendy's new Korean barbecue? I saw a picture. I thought it looked a little bit too mayonnaise-y.
Ooh, yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Well, Koreans love mayonnaise.
Haven't seen a picture, but I'm very curious. I would try it.
I also would. I think it would probably depend on the price. If we're talking a $6-7 burger,
Oh, you
that's
know
a
it's
roll
going to
of-
be.
yeah, that's a roll of. It looks like a gourmet burger. So Thomas, you're a no for the new Korean barbecue burger at Wendy's.
Well, I'm game for anything, so I'd give it a go for sure.
It sounds like we need to maybe try these on the show.
Would you pair it with a
Okay.
Frosty?
This is an interesting thing that people pair the food at Wendy's with a Frosty. I like the Frosty, but to me, they're not. You don't need them together. Thomas, you're scowling. I feel like we agree.
I just didn't know whether Frosty was another reference to a sex toy or.
Yeah, Dave, do you have any information on that?
Yeah, the Frosty was named after a dildo.
Oh yeah, Carla, do you have any
An
information on the
icicle
origin?
dildo.
No, not on this one. No.
All right, so it sounds like maybe we need to perhaps try the Wendy's Korean barbecue burger on the show.
My doink fell off in the chat asked, would you try the Hungry Jack's tropical burger?
Well, I believe the Hungry Jack is an Australian, their version of Burger King. Would I try it? It sounds like something that maybe would have pineapple on it.
I couldn't because I'm allergic to fresh pineapple.
Okay, so
Pineapple sucks.
my doink fell off. If you want to let us know what's on it, we can answer that.
Maybe that's why his doink fell off.
Can you imagine? Yeah, that's going to be the next controversy is Dave tries the Wendy's Korean barbecue burger and his own phallus falls into the toilet.
Sounds like my doink fell off could use a Steely Dan.
Okay, let's just reel in the jokes here, Dave. I know you want to turn this into a little improv festival. But Dave, did you hear about James for Laughs?
I did, yeah.
What did you think of the theme song?
Wasn't my favorite theme song. I prefer the theme song to McDonald's.
Okay, so you mean the jingle.
Sure.
Okay, so but this is a theme song for James for Laughs.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, we're getting
It
confirmation.
sounded awfully like a lot like another theme song.
Which is?
The one from a festival called Just for Laughs.
That's where it's from. I stole it.
Oh, okay.
I'm unabashed. We're getting confirmation that the Hungry Jack's Tropical Burger is a Whopper with pineapple. I would eat that. I'd try that. Thomas, are you in for the Tropical Whopper?
I would definitely have a bite because although I have to say, like, I don't like the Hawaiian pizza, but
Now, this is going to stir up a big controversy. The chat's going to go crazy. We're going to have to release a statement if we say anything else.
I don't like Hawaiian pizza either. And if anybody wants to
meet me in
fight
the
about
alley.
it,
Okay.
I'm
I
willing
do
to
like
fight.
Hawaiian.
I also like Hawaiian pizza.
I can
yeah?
eat cooked
Okay.
pineapple.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Just the enzyme.
it's the worst part.
So what about, Carla, if the slice of pineapple was grilled and on a burger?
I try it.
Okay, great. So we're getting some traction here. Dave, we've got another question for you. This one might also cause a bit of controversy.
Okay.
Dave, are you ready?
I'm a little nervous.
Okay, well, this one comes in from Paul Pichet.
Okay.
Hi, Dave. First
Paul.
time, long time. I'm going to cut
First
right
time
to the
what?
Long
I guess
time.
first time
Talking to me?
It could be that I assume first time writing in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so again, from Paul P. Chef, first time, long time, I'm going to cut right to the chase. I know that you and James have, in the past, discussed your lack of chemistry. Since becoming a viewer of James live, that's not the name of the show, I absolutely love when you get on screen together. Well, that's very nice of you to say, Paul. Away from the show, I understand that you guys are buddies. Okay. What is James like away from the show?
It's a long way. It's a long road to ask that question.
I thought so too. I think Paul was maybe nervous.
Yeah. What's James like away from the show? He's what you see on the show is mostly sort of hardened facade. And when you get away from the stage,
I believe the question was, what is he like away from the show?
Well, I'm saying comparatively, he's much more of a softie away from the show.
Oh, okay.
Like a Frosty.
Oh, like a Frosty.
Like a Frosty in the sun.
Not the sex toy version, though.
No.
Not
like
okay.
a corn dog.
So Dave,
no Steely Dan.
Yeah, he's no Steely Dan, that's for sure. So Dave, I would like to pose the same question to you. What would you say about Thomas away from the show and away from the stage?
I would say Thomas is sort of a low-key, wisecrack interjector kind of guy. I don't know. If
I would say
Thomas.
Yeah, I would say that Thomas is pretty true to form. But Thomas, I suspect that you're a little spicier than you lead us to believe sometimes.
That's true.
Yeah, I can sense it. I can sense it. And I want to say this.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Thomas, how do you manifest anger?
Yeah, that's tough.
Oh,
I just get more quiet.
Oh,
That sounds like me too.
simmers.
That sounds a little bit like me.
Same here.
No
Okay.
outbursts, because when I start to yell, my voice gets higher and I just look ridiculous. So I have to.
You're trying to reel it in.
Uh-oh.
Carla, away from the screen.
I think we're having a little technical glitch. And
Okay,
we
so-
are
It's
back.
a sign.
We're
Don't
back.
answer that question. It's a sign. Don't answer that question.
No, we
We're
have to do it. It's an extension of a night of truths. Dave, how about Carla? Carla, it's not going to be bad. Sure, you might bring up your dog stand-up material, but it's fine.
It's the same question from you for Carla?
Absolutely. Let's spread the good nature.
Carla's just, you seem just like a very nice person. I don't really have too many, I would say you're probably less sort of,
As
bubbly
Carla
and more
sinks
of
out
an
of frame.
introvert maybe as you sort of shrink away from the screen, but a very kind person, a very nice soul.
Okay, so
Aw.
Carla's kind
Aw,
and a nice
Dave.
soul.
Aw.
Thomas is a low-key wisecracker, and I'm
Also a very nice person, Thomas.
and I'm a big softie.
You're a big Frosty, yeah.
You're big.
I noticed that
Frosty.
everyone got nice person, but me.
What do you
I would
mean?
say that's
Softy is
accurate.
nice. That's a nice thing. A Frosty is a nice thing. God damn it. Just
But hold on.
accept it and like it.
Hold on now, though. He gave you kind and good-hearted and a nice person.
And he said
Thomas
something
got
like a nice soul too.
he got
Kind
low-key,
soul.
funny, and very nice. I got softy. Okay.
You got a whole thing you got on the
Now-
show. You're this thing. Come on, James.
No, who knows if I'm even being truthful? It might be a hard, crusty exterior, like an overcooked corn dog
With a stick up your ass.
with a stick. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
There it is.
That's
There we
spiciness
go.
coming
There
out.
it is. This is a spicy Barnwell.
Sorry.
Yeah, a little wisecrack.
You don't apologize. No more
I
apologies.
love it. I love it. It
So
was
we got a question. We got a question during the course of the show, and this one is for me, but we can all contribute to this. This one comes in from Naive Adventures. Would you be willing to see a dating coach on the show? Now, this is something that we've discussed, is having a dating expert come on the show.
Wait, actually? When?
Maybe I've imagined it, but I feel like I've thought about, or at least maybe discussed, getting some type of dating expert to come on. Maybe we have them talk to Connor, someone like that.
Oh, yeah.
Or James.
You should talk to them.
Or I think that I'm fine. I
No,
think,
you should talk
I
to them.
I think
What does
that
your
I'm
girlfriend think?
What is that now?
I said, if you think you're fine, what does your girlfriend think?
Well, I don't have one. So,
Oh,
okay, so I would say that people who are single don't necessarily require a dating expert.
oh, sure.
Thomas, what do you think?
I'm not single.
Yeah, how long have you two
Carla,
both
are you
known
single?
James for? No, I'm not single.
Wait, so
No,
Carla-
you
I'm
know,
not
yeah,
single.
no, it just
Carla's not single and Thomas isn't single.
You
Yeah.
may just the right person hasn't come along. So.
There we go. See, a kind Thomas is a nice guy. Well, now, Carla, it sounds like you've jumped in with your own follow-up question of what was it? How long have you known James for?
Yeah. Dave and Thomas, how long have you both known James for?
I'm gonna say, Thomas, you go first.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess about 4 or 5 years. I mean, I really get to know James. I took a
Yeah.
21-week class with him.
Whoa.
So,
So you really know the insides and outsides of James.
Oh yeah.
So he definitely needs a dating expert.
No.
Oh, okay. No. Okay.
Now, yeah, Dave, how
Dave,
about-
what
how
is your
about you?
opinion?
Dave, a
Maybe
little
2 dating experts.
I think I've known you for what, 7 years? Maybe that.
something,
Sounds like a long
something
time.
like that. Yeah,
Wow.
something like that. Yeah.
I just want to also say that my doink fell off says all the good people are taken.
And that's not even
Ah,
true. That's
that's
not
If
true.
that was
either.
true, then why is James single?
Oh,
Ah,
You know,
that's
cuts
nice.
both ways.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. At first, it hit me as a burn, and then I thought, wait, no, this is a nice thing. But then I went back to
No, it's
That's
a
what he
burn.
did.
this is a burn. This is a
Yeah.
burn.
No, it's a burden. It's a nice thing.
Yeah. I get the spice is coming from Barnwell. The spice is coming from Mah. Dave, anything you'd like to contribute?
I thought I was contributing the whole time.
No, I know. I meant. This is more of a. Would you like to disparage me?
No, James, I would never do that.
Oh, that's very nice of you. That's
You old softy. Oh no, that.
I do feel compelled to let you know that we will be back this coming Wednesday. So don't go anywhere. Well, you can go somewhere. Just come back on Wednesday. Who's going to be here? I'm going to tell you. Raylan Carson is going to be here. Coming back, coming in hot.
Wow.
I'm excited. You should be excited. If you aren't excited, get excited. That's Wednesday, twitch.tv/@home-with-James. Now, I'm curious to know, as we begin to wind down the Monday mailbag, do you guys have any questions for each other? Any burning curiosities that might be permeating?
Good question. I wish you asked me before the show.
Well,
Go with the wind.
this is stupid, but I'm going to do it anyway. So, Carla, I've got some great dog jokes for you.
I want to hear.
Okay. It's because
It's
only
too-
dogs
Oh,
can
to
hear
hear
it.
it? Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I quite like that one. Carla, you
You
should
do.
use that one. Yeah.
It kills at the kennel. I usually tell it at the SPCA just before they, it's puts a smile on their face. Before
Mhm.
Oh, I love that so much, Thomas.
That-
That was really good.
But that's we were talking about dad rock. That's a dad joke. So
I love it so
I
much.
liked it.
there you go.
Yeah, that was so
It's all
good. I
yours.
loved it. Oh.
Dave, anything on your end? Any questions for our friends before we begin to wind down?
Like a deep question?
Ooh, I
It doesn't
like
have
these
to be. You
questions.
were asked about hamburgers.
Okay, Carla, what's a recipe what's your favorite recipe to make?
I don't
pretty
really,
deep.
I don't really use any recipes. That's the thing.
Or what's
I
your
just
favorite
make
food to
one.
order?
Favorite food to order?
Yeah.
Currently, this Korean place near me. Oh my gosh, they have these.
Wendy's?
It's like.
Is it
they have this
Wendy's?
spicy-
Is it Wendy's? there's this Korean place called Wendy's. Their burgers are through the roof.
Yeah.
No, it's a wonderful family establishment.
Korean
They have this-
Dave.
Well, Wendy's is a family establishment. Dave
Establishment, yeah.
Thomas named the restaurant
Yeah.
after his daughter Wendy.
The old
No,
Korean gentleman, Dave Thomas.
Yeah,
Make great kimchi.
yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying, Carla?
No, it's fine.
I want to
Doesn't
know though.
matter.
What do you
Okay.
get there? I
Well,
love
I
Korean
get this
food.
like I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a spicy tofu soupy type of thing with a bunch of vegetables in it. And then there's this other like black bean like noodle dish that's so oh my god, it's so good, so flavorful. And then the leftovers are even better. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And you have the spicy tofu vegetable thingy with rice because it's so spicy. It's so good. Ah, so
There
much
you go.
flavor.
It was not, in fact, Wendy's.
Oh.
Guys, any final thoughts before we call it an evening and get ourselves prepared for a night of slumber? Thomas, any final thoughts for our audience or your counterparts tonight?
No, I just want to clarify. So Nikki Fournier is not banned from the show?
She is not banned from the show. She was
Okay.
never this really led me down a rabbit hole of people thinking maybe they were banned. I assure you that Nikki was never banned. I told her if you were banned, I wouldn't tell you, which makes it difficult to tell her that she wasn't banned, but she was not banned. Carla and Dave, they can vouch for that as they're a part of production team.
So no, my only final thought is just to express my gratitude. Thanks for having me on. I guess I'm not banned either. So.
No, you are not banned. You've never been banned.
We
That's
have
true.
we have a list of banned people that I
really?
keep on my wall.
Yeah.
And every day I add a new person as James rages and calls me.
And sometimes I forget who I've banned, and I say, I think I'm going to ask this person. Dave says, don't you remember you banned them in October? And I say, oh, right. Let's extend the ban.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Justin Trudeau won't be coming on the show anytime soon.
No, Justin is, there's a way off the list, but I'm not going to reveal. Carla, any last thoughts? You made your return tonight. I hope it's one of many.
Yeah, no, it was really fun. I'm really happy to be back. Maybe I'll tech one night. I don't know. Who knows? We'll get crazy.
Let me write this down. That's a show idea because I'm running out of names for these shows. If I can put on the At Home with James, it's Carla returns to the booth night. That's something to do there. The ideas are coming at the wazoo. Well, Carla, I'm really glad to have you back. Thanks so much for that. You come back anytime you want.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Dave, any last thoughts?
The Korean food talk made me think that I miss going to Korean restaurants because of eating out of like stone bowls and stuff like that.
I'm going to, I don't like to give free publicity to establishments here, but mon ami, I can't wait. I'm ready to go back.
Yeah, me too. But you can't get a stone bowl takeout.
Well, who knows? Who knows where life is going to take us over the next 3 to 5 months?
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. You could bring your own stone bowl.
We might be able to bring our own stone bowl.
BYOS.
Maybe we'll all be in. You never know. We could be in the same location doing this same show in front of an audience live. Who knows?
Only the stars.
I can't wait to buy my ticket.
There you go.
Pop on a plane.
Yeah, we're gonna
Airbnb. I'm bringing
the show on the road. We're announcing today.
Raquel, and I'm gonna bring I don't know.
I think that was everyone. I think that was everyone. Dave, last thoughts?
Yeah, we're announcing the James World Tour.
Yeah, we're going from St. Henry to Ville La Salle to Villemard.
Yeah, Rose.
Yeah, we're going to Abitibi to Miskamang. Yeah, we're going to Saint Jean sur Richelieu. We're going everywhere, worldwide.
Worldwide.
Oh, we're gonna bring Taylor.
Okay, yeah, this is true, Taylor. Yeah, so it's gonna be all the what do you call the Vancouverites, Vancouverans?
Bring a whole West Coast over.
I guess I could have just said the British Columbians.
Sure, but what if there's some lovely folks from Alberta and Saskatchewan? I don't know, Saskatchewan.
Look,
any
it's fine. You do it. Just leave the Torontonians in Ontario. Deal?
Oh, there's Taylor. Hi, Taylor.
Hi, Taylor.
Guys, I appreciate it. Thanks so much for being here. We wouldn't be able to do this show without your help tonight, so it really means a lot. Thomas, thanks again. We'll talk soon. Carla, thanks again. We'll talk soon. Dave, thanks again. Maybe I'll even buy you a coffee tomorrow for saying I'm a softie.
Wow.
All right. Can't wait.
Thanks so much, guys.
All right. Take care.
Right,
now it's up to little cutie, the gym bag, as I affectionately refer to myself, to wind this show down. Now, Dave, he was very kind. He said, James, he's a real softie, but there's something about me that isn't that soft. Now get your mind out of the gutter. get out of the toilet. Just get right out of the toilet. For those of you who don't know, for the past 17 years, 17, I have been participating. I've been a practitioner in the world of professional wrestling, which is anything but soft. Now, you have people who say, but isn't that predetermined? It is, in fact, predetermined, but it also does, in fact, hurt. Now, the reason that I'm bringing up this James fun fact is because I received the final question of the night, and this came from our good old friend, Sid Rock. He said, James, what's the most painful thing you've experienced while wrestling? No ringworm stories. Now, I do think that I had contracted ringworm from wrestling. Wouldn't consider that an injury, certainly not painful. Now, you're talking to a guy, I've had a sprained neck, I've had multiple concussions, but the most painful thing that I have ever experienced happened about 5 years ago in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. What a city. You got the Rideau Canal, you got the Byward Market, and that's it. That's all you've got. I was in what we call a street fight, which means wrestling with weapons and without rules, and it was chaos. And within the first, let's say, 3 to 5 minutes of the match, I found my way around the ring because we were fighting outside of the ring when one of my opponents, above his head, was swinging his professional wrestling championship title around his head like it was a medieval mace. And they're made of thick leather and generally copper or silver tin, which is about this, let's say, yay thick, which on the surface, not that bad. He swung it and flung it into me, smashing against my hip and the side of my hip, which then resulted in something I didn't know you could get, which is a hematoma, which is a hardened pocket of blood inside of your body. Now, we got backstage, the match was over, we unwind. You don't feel anything when you're out there. It certainly hurt in the moment. But on the way back is where things really took a turn. We stopped to eat. I went into a washroom, and you don't realize how easy you've got it until it becomes difficult to pull your pants down to look at what might be ailing you at the moment. That's to my horror when I saw the hematoma developing. That is the most painful thing I've ever experienced in a wrestling match. Maybe one day we'll get my opponent from that evening on the show and we'll talk about all the good times of him hurting me, or maybe him hurting me, or that time that he hurt me. But until then, that's our show. I'm very pleased with everything that happened tonight. I want to thank all of our guests. I want to thank you for watching. What a nice, lovely audience on a Monday night. Sometimes Mondays, not so good. Wednesday gets a little better. Friday could go either way. Monday, the place to be. Might not be sexy, but it certainly is social. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you on Wednesday. Until then, I'm James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.